Understanding Scorpio's emotional secrets. Why their silence cuts, their sadness pulls you in, and their anger never looks like anger. Anyone who has ever gotten close to a Scorpio learns one truth fast: this sign does not feel like everyone else. Their emotions are volcanic, hidden under rock, pressure, and darkness until the moment something cracks. Their silence isn't distance, it's tension. Their sadness isn't soft, it's deep water. Their anger isn't loud, it's surgical. Yet people misunderstand them constantly. They call Scorpio too intense, hard to read, or emotionally extreme, without realizing that this sign simply experiences everything at full volume. What feels like a whisper to others is a thunderstorm inside a Scorpio's mind. This is the emotional blueprint behind their behavior, why they withdraw, why they snap shut, and why their reactions are never as simple as they seem. 1. When Scorpio gets sad, their emotions sink before they surface. Scorpio sadness rarely appears as crying or vulnerability. To them, sadness is private, sacred, and dangerous to reveal. How Scorpio shows they're sad. 1. Sudden withdrawal. They don't ask for time, they vanish into it. Messages become shorter, energy goes flat, plans dissolve quietly. 2. A colder emotional tone. Scorpio no longer gives emotional cues. Their warmth becomes muted, almost neutral. 3. A shift in their gaze. They stop investigating the world and begin looking inward. 4. Overthinking amplified. They replay conversations, analyze motives, and dissect every emotion until they exhaust themselves. 5. They want closeness but fear it. A Scorpio can crave reassurance while avoiding it at the same time. What they're really feeling. Scorpio sadness isn't about the event, it's about the emotions the event awakens. Fear of being misunderstood. Fear of choosing wrong people. Fear of abandonment. Fear of losing control. Fear of emotional vulnerability. When a Scorpio is hurt, they retreat not because they don't trust you, but because they're afraid of trusting too much. How to support them. Be steady but non-invasive. Don't push them to talk, let them come naturally. Show loyalty through small, consistent actions. A simple message like, "I'm here when you're ready," goes further than long speeches. Don't minimize their feelings, they feel everything deeply. When they finally open up, they reveal the raw truth. Scorpio doesn't do shallow honesty. 2. When Scorpio gets angry, calm, controlled, and sharper than fire. Scorpio anger is one of the most misunderstood emotional states in the zodiac. Unlike Aries or Leo, they don't explode. They freeze. Sign Scorpio is getting angry. 1. Their tone becomes dangerously calm. No raised voices. Just controlled words and calculated silence. 2. Their eyes don't soften, they focus. They become hyper-aware, scanning for truths and inconsistencies. 3. They grow quiet instead of dramatic. Not out of avoidance, but because they refuse to say things they can't take back. 4. They detach emotionally. Warmth disappears. Logic replaces feeling. 5. They start noticing every detail. A shift in tone, a change in timing, a hidden motive, nothing goes unnoticed. What actually triggers their anger? Scorpio rarely gets angry over the obvious. Their real triggers live deeper. Dishonesty of any kind. Mixed signals. Emotional manipulation. Unspoken motives. Betrayal, even subtle. Disrespect. Avoidance of accountability. A Scorpio can forgive a mistake. What they don't forgive is intentional harm or deception. How to calm their anger. Stay calm, Scorpio escalates when you escalate. Be honest, fully honest. They feel the truth before you speak it. Acknowledge where you went wrong if you did. Don't deflect or twist facts. Don't guilt trip or dramatize, they shut down instantly. If handled with honesty, Scorpio doesn't just forgive, they respect you more. 3. When Scorpio goes silent, the moment everything changes. Scorpio silence isn't passive-aggressive. It's emotional protection. Types of Scorpio silence. 1. Processing silence. They're figuring out what they feel. 2. Protective silence. They're shielding themselves from deeper hurt. 3. Observational silence. They're watching your actions more than your words. 4. Ending silence. This is rare, but when it appears, the connection may already be broken. Signs their silence is about you. Their messages become brief and emotionless. They stop sharing personal thoughts. They watch more than they speak. Their energy becomes cool, flat, unreadable. What they think during silence. Scorpio's mind is full of questions that determine the future of the relationship. Do they care? Are they being honest? Can I rely on them? Is this relationship worth my vulnerability? Am I giving too much? Their silence is evaluation, not punishment. How to respond. Respect the space, don't chase aggressively. Offer gentle reassurance. When the moment is right, speak honestly, not dramatically. Show consistency, that's what Scorpio trusts most. They return when they feel the connection is stable, not when they feel pressured. 4. What Scorpio needs emotionally, but rarely admits. Scorpio wants deep emotional safety, but they don't want to ask for it. They need someone who can handle intensity without being overwhelmed. Their emotional needs. Honesty without hesitation. Reassurance without being asked. Loyalty proven through actions. Authenticity over perfection. Depth over surface-level affection. A partner who listens between the lines. Someone calm enough to handle their storms. What breaks their trust? Inconsistency. Secrets. Emotional avoidance. Lies, even small ones. Invalidating their feelings. Disrespecting their boundaries. Scorpio trust is slow to earn and quick to lose. How to build a secure connection. 1. Be real. Scorpio sees through the rest. 2. Communicate intentions clearly. Unknown motives are one of their biggest triggers. 3. Match their depth with emotional steadiness. You don't need to be intense, just grounded. 4. Don't weaponize their vulnerability. They will never forget it. 5. Show consistent loyalty. This is their love language. Loving a Scorpio is not easy, but it's transformative. Scorpio feels deeply, protects fiercely, and loves intensely. Their sadness pulls them inward. Their anger freezes the atmosphere. Their silence tests everything. But when you earn their trust, when you prove your soul is safe for theirs, you get a love that is loyal, intuitive, protective, passionate, and life-changing. Scorpio doesn't just let you close. They let you inside a world that very few ever see. And that is the real emotional secret behind this sign.